contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made the shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Celebratory MP. Glad to have done this here at home.
And no better place for it to happen. These fans deserve to be a part of it.
Well, Doris, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
Well, to me, B.A., so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about? If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes. He welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
Irving against Morris. Crafty move. Tipped. Here's Gafford. And the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Pass to the professor.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Fires for three. Mavericks with the rebound. Irving's got his sixth rebound on the night. Here's Exum. That three's off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Here's the professor. No good with the triple. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Pass to Irving. Washington with the ball. Irving, the pass to Exum. Washington a screen. Here's the three. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Suns.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the professor.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Drills it from deep.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night. Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build.
And yes, another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approach.
At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Now Dinwiddie. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForge.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Sabrina, I was in the zone the whole game. Larry Bird ain't got nothing on me.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
They'll adjust, we'll adjust. You know, basketball is a game of adjustments. They just have to figure out how to stop us first.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you. Joe.
When you're
I definitely felt in sync with my teammates, that's for sure, but the defense wasn't a score. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
I hope my team and I break it the next time out. And the game after that, and the game after that.
You see this as a team record then?
Oh, 100%. I couldn't do it without my guys. You know, everything exists in that team context.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
Lined them up and knocked them down.
Man,
That's
that
gonna play
was
well
great.
as far as team
You
chemistry
look
goes.
like Craig Hodges out there.
Just looked at my phone and MP made how many threes tonight? My guy is crazy.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP and he will only be better with an expanded role.
Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Oh.
Hey, Phoenix, mark your calendars for Phoenix Suns poster giveaway day. Every fan is attended so they can proudly display their Suns pride wherever they want it. Well, folks, be here for a blanket giveaway day and get a free Suns blanket. Suns Nation, if you're interested in attending that event, please visit the team website or ticket booth for availability. Don't forget about our following giveaway day. Come to the game with your family and get a free golden bobblehead. The National Basketball Association and the Phoenix Suns are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, answering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to eviction and possible arrest. Please report any violation.
Oh, say does.
Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize.
Checked in for Durant. And Portland with a change here, too. Simons is checked in. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Avdia. Anderson out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the four-man position. Suns trail by 12. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Now he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And finished off.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Back to Simons. Pass to Henderson. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson for three. Rebound by the Suns. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Simons with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. From downtown. That one, no good. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Anfernee Simons. And it's Sharp in at the 2 spot. The powerful flush by Durant.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. Portland leading by 6. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Outside, Simons. Williams passes to Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Simons has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
A Professor, good. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Here's the Professor. Off target from 3-point range. Trailblazers leading by 8. And there's Grant on the assist by Simons. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's the Professor. Drills it from outside.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 mates are from beyond the arc.
Simons on the wing, covered by Morris. And it's Simons missing. Phoenix has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. Hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, the Blazers with a draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
Okay, thank you, Shams. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Dunn comes in for Kevin Durant. Beal's checked in for Allen. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morris.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And Sharp has it in the corner. Beal. Pass to the Professor. Launches a 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And now just a 2-point Portland lead. And here is Ayton. To the paint. 58 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Avdia. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Dunn. Fires the 3. The Professor's shot is off. And here's Anderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over Richards. And it's Ayton missing.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Portland out in front, up 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Checking out the Trailblazers. They've played below average basketball coming out the gates. They were hoping for more. They were talking a good game in the preseason, but they have not backed it up. Like you never back anything up, Ernie.
And time to switch gears. The Suns are in a close one after the first half of play.
One thing that's kept them close, putting in work on the offensive glass. They're feasting on second chances.
Yeah, they've been active, and they're playing with intensity.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, checked in for the Suns. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, and I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Nick Richards out there with Durant. And there's Bradley Beal. Then there's the Professor. And it's Jones in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Kamare misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's the Professor. A quick look, no good that time.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharpe in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve. Well, for Sharpe, it's about shooting a good percentage. When he does that, he's an impactful player.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Williams comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Simons in for Henderson. And Sharpe drops them both. Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
The Suns have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. The Professor traps in the tray. The Professor's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Now, here's Simons. He has 5. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. And he lays it straight in. Simons has got 7 points in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Suns leading. Richards finds Durant. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Avdia. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now Simons from deep three-point land, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Klingon. Jeremy Grant is out there with Williams. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the 2-guard spot. A Professor, good.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Outside Williams. Pass to Grant. Plumlee with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. A Professor, good.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3. In a row.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Rupert. Grant outside. Shoots. Again, the miss by Grant.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Here's the Professor. Another 3 for Phoenix.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Simons, the pass to Grant. He stopped the run. The kick out to Williams. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Suns leading by 11. Here's the Professor. And he drives in. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 3rd assist on the night. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He knows every possession is critical now. Sun changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. Bradley Beal comes in for Grayson Allen. And Jones subbed in for Monte Morris. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He was calm when he told the team, if we play hard, we'll win this game. Let's keep the effort level up defensively. Coach talking about defense? Crazy. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Inside. Pass to Henderson. Back to Ayton. Shoots over Richards. The rebound by KD.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Sharp with it. To the middle. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, a 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's the professor. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
For the three. Portland grabs the miss. Henderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Off target with his 3. Suns leading by 12. Here's the professor. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Henderson, no one around him. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, but that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the professor.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance.
And again for 3.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now, Greg, alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Pass to Henderson. There's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Here's the professor. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
You earned that one. They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me? Oh, my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now, remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs.
up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.
Welcome to the love, I guess. Welcome to the love. Dog shit on motherfuckers. God, though. I didn't say anything. Joey. Stop. Bram, stop playing until we get up. Bruh, was it mental? I don't know, but man, you have anything in comment right now. We're just working on a build right now.
No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Rick. And here we are for Game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play as well as the regular season standings.
Yeah, and it's really important to start off with a win. Only 8 teams advance to the elimination round, so there's not a lot of room for failure in this group stage.
Well, guys, you can't look at this team and not get into the topic of MP. He's been a very vocal and driving force for his squad, and he's made it known that he's got his sights set on winning the NBA Cup this season.
You gotta love how that just ramps up his teammates. coaching staff, and even us at the broadcast table. But seriously, I'm going to be looking at how tough each of these group stage games are for MP. He and his guys aren't the only team with their sights set on the NBA Cup this season.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. They've got Tyus Jones, Mason Plumlee out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's the Professor in at the 3 slot. Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
ABA, well, no surprise, MP is on a mission to bring home the NBA Cup, telling me I want to be a part of winning legacy. That's my main goal in any competition I'm in. Victories come first. All the individual stuff comes later. Do you expect anything less from MP, Brian?
Nope, we sure wouldn't. And this guy is all in. Jones against Sexton. George for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Man, they've been quite a team to watch this season. Check out this stat. Their point differential plus 12 this season.
I mean, you got to go back to the early 70s Lakers, Bucks, and the 95-96 Bulls teams to compare what this group has accomplished this season. This team has the makings of one of the most dominant seasons we've ever seen. A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Markkanen outside. Off target with the 3. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's the Professor, and he trains the quick shot. The Professor's got 11.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Pass to Kessler. Back to George. And he lobs it up top. Here's the Professor. Check by Sexton. And stolen by Markkanen. Back to George. Fires the 3. Gets the 3-ball to go.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Here's the Professor. And he can't get that one.
Okay, hold on.
Jazz trail by 6. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. George outside. Pass to Kessler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And finished off by Kessler.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Here's the Professor.
Go green on the
top of the
ball.
key jumper is on the mark. He's got 13. Utah has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start.
We're hitting a comeback.
George scanning the floor.
We're hitting that.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And there's no... question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from George for the Jazz. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Teams making substitutions here, and so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Filipowski, the pass to Clarkson. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
I mean, the effortless athleticism. You can see Clarkson loves rising up and dropping the hammer.
And so in the game for the Suns, Tyus Jones is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's the Professor in at small forward. Markkanen against Durant. Markkanen good in the paint.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
They get it back. Plumlee. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Phoenix?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
Sexton, that's good.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
The professor with a bucket.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
George outside. A minute 20 left to play in the second quarter. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Oh, Markkanen, confident from long range.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Here's the professor. The kick to Durant. Here's the professor. Pure from three-point range. The professor's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Pass to Markkanen. Pulls it. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center in Sacramento. That'll be the second of 4 games total on the road for him.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Sometimes that's how it goes.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Markkanen. Back to Sexton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
And it's the professor missing. The 15-footer. Plumlee pulls down the board.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's the professor. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Utah Jazz.
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, famich. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said famich.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. Teams in that first half.
These 2 guys we thought they'd bring in tonight, it has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current system. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. George and Sexton in the backcourt. Kenyon Martin is out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. Small forward. That's the group for Utah right now. Pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Sexton. Martin outside. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
Markkanen misses. The Suns lead by 11. Here's the Professor. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. The Professor's got 9 points here in the second half. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Martin outside. Back to George. to Markkanen.